It never fails. I'm always amazed at what's found in the ground. Well, welcome to Finding America. It is really great to see you here. Now, last week we had a huge snowstorm heading our way, which I'm sure a lot of you experienced as well. And after being snowed in all last week, I was bound and determined to get some detecting in so I could put out a video this week. Well, I only had a brief window to metal detect before that storm rolled in, so I decided to head to one of my favorite permissions, the old mill houses on the river. And with all the rain and snow that we'd had, I was hoping I'd get some new signals in that wet ground. And I have to say, I was not disappointed. I'll tell you what, this is a nice little surprise. I was getting a real quick double blip. Figured it was going to be like a surface penny. It was giving me a 22. And just kind of move the soil around a little bit and check it out though. I think I might have a ring. Let's see if you can see it in there. Yeah, look at that. Probably not going to be precious metal, but oh, that's cool though. It's a nice little ring. Very cool. Happy to have that. I don't think it's silver, but no, I don't think so. I think it's just a real nice little costume jewelry ring. But very cool. I'll definitely take that. I'll get it cleaned up and give you a better look at it. I'll tell you what, this was a cool recovery. It was giving me a nice high tone, 24-25, but it was down there. And if you take a look there, it's buried the digger up to the handle. So we're talking about 10 inches deep and a lot of dirt on my drop cloth. But I finally got it out and I cleaned it up, but it's half of an old compact, which I love finding. And unfortunately, there's no writing on this. It does have a real nice design on it. But one thing you want to do on these is clean the sides of it off. A lot of times it'll have the maker's mark or something else that'll help you date it. So I will do that when I get home. This one goes into the apple cider vinegar for sure. These brass compacts, they just clean up beautifully with it. So very happy with that, and good job with that 15-inch coil, getting down on that target. Well, this is pretty cool. Right over there is where I got that half of the compact. And then I came over here, got a 14 signal about 6 inches down. I think I found the other half. So that's pretty cool. It's missing a little bit from it, but yeah, I think I got the other half of that compact. Maybe one of the sides will have something on it. I might have something really interesting in this hole. And just to let you know, I haven't left like a 10-yard square area here. Just been really going over it. And I got sensitivity up to like 23, running this 15-inch in part 2. Really going after the deep signals. And I isolated a 31-32. Very deep, about 8-9 inches. And I finally got it popped out. And I really think this might be something good. I have no idea. It had a shape to it, and it looked to be a good metal. Oh, look at that. What the heck? Ooh. Let me just pop some of this dirt off. Almost looks like an old bottle opener, doesn't it? But I don't think so. I think it has something on it. Hang on just a second. Let's try to brush this off. Maybe it's just a piece of hardware or something. It's got 3 mounting holes right there. So I'll get it cleaned off, but it's definitely cool. I brushed it off, and it seems to be some sort of a bracket. Maybe like a rod support, like a horizontal rod, like curtain, or it's really hard to tell. I don't think it's automotive. but it's a very old piece, so hard to tell. It's got a nice green patina on it. I'll get it cleaned up some more when I get home, but I like it. I'm definitely happy with finding that. This is why I always say don't throw anything away until you get back home. And not only that, give those questionable pieces a really good cleaning. I can't tell you how many times I've had a piece that I thought wasn't that interesting. After a cleaning, it turned out that it was truly special. Just keep working around this big tree, and I got a nice 22 signal, pretty big target, and it turned out to be a tube, but it's actually a Colgate ribbon dental cream tube. That's going to be 40s, and check it out, it's still got the original cap on it. That's kind of cool there. So nice period find. Well, this is a pretty cool target. I got a 12-13 signal. Dug down, it was actually in the plug, but I got a nice iron back overall button, workwear button, and I had to break out the magnifying glass. I can see a little bit of the design right there. I think it's an Indian chief head, and so this might be the Big Chief, or there was another brand that used these, but I'll get it cleaned up. Kind of reminds me of an Indian head penny when you get the design on this. Very cool piece. I've only found one or two of these before. This one was giving me a nice 22 to 23 on my Equinox 800, and I have to say I really like this. It wasn't very deep, maybe 2-3 inches, but this is a valve stem retaining nut to an old wood spoke wheel, like a Model A, Model T. But it's the nicest one I've dug in a long time. Look at that, it's still got all the chrome plating on it. Nice and shiny. I'll tell you what, that's pretty cool. So I definitely had to film that and share that one with you. Well, got a signal right here. It was about a 21-22. Dug down and I got this thin aluminum. I don't know if it's a token. It may just be a punch out from an electrical box, but I'll work on it a little bit. It seems like I see something on it, but it's very tough to make out. But I'll get it cleaned up, get you a better look at it. Well, my next target was giving me a 14-15. It was deep, buried the depth meter on the Equinox, and I guess about 12 inches, maybe 13. Finally got it out with the help of my Nomad Slayer, and I tell you what, it's kind of neat. It's an old automotive part, but it's a pulley, and pretty old one too. Now it could also be a wagon wheel. Might have had a rubber inserted here, but I'll get it cleaned up a little bit more. But it's definitely an old piece, and just thought I'd show you that one. Well, this next one was giving me a nice 11 signal. It was a long signal, so I thought either it was going to be like a rusty piece of iron or maybe a utensil, and it was one of those. I got down about 5-6 inches, and check it out, little spoon bowl sticking out. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of the sidewall. Oh, that's a nice little small spoon. Yeah, it's got a pretty neat little design there. Definitely an older spoon. Hopefully it has a maker's mark on it so I can date it. Yep, looks like it will. So, always like finding old utensils. And I'll look this one up later on. But that is a nice looking piece. Well, might have something pretty good in the hole. It looks like I have a button. I was getting a nice 12 signal, nice and tight, and popped the dirt around once I got the plug up, and it's sitting right there. Very cool. Might be an overall button, I don't know. Well, it's pretty clean, so it might be something different. Let's see. Get this rubbed off. Holy cow, that thing is awesome. Look at that. Check that out. I've never found one like that. It says United States Marine Corps. That is amazing. I'm trying to get a good shot of this. Getting a shadow in the way. But look at that. U.S. Marine Corps. I have never seen that one. That is so cool. I'm going to kind of guess maybe World War II, a fatigue button. But, that's awesome. That really makes my day right there. Well, this one was ringing in at a 21. Finally got it out. I brushed it off. I think I found one of these a long time ago, but honestly, I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, I don't know, some kind of cam or something. I don't know, it might be a mystery item. Well, this next thing was giving me a nice 22, 23 high tone. And I'll tell you, we've had so much rain and snow. These old places that I've hunted over and over again, there's always more signals there after we get a really nice rain. That soil's nice and damp. And this is a good case of proving that right. I got a nice wheat penny. I haven't even popped it from the dirt yet, but probably going to be 50s or 40s. But that is not too shabby. I will definitely take that. It looks like a 51. You know, finding that wheat penny reminded me of something called the penny auction. During the Great Depression, things were extremely difficult for the American farmer, and incredibly more difficult for the farmers living in the middle of the country that also had to deal with the Great Dust Bowl at the same time. And as a result of those incredible storms, farmers found their farms utterly destroyed and their crops entirely lost. Many of them faced foreclosure by the banks by no fault of their own. And many of the banks back then wasted absolutely no time setting up auctions to sell the farmers' property and land. Well, the people did find a way to combat the banks. As many people from the community as possible would show up on auction day, often some of the biggest and strongest men, and they were often armed. Now, the property owner would place an initial bid, a very low bid, often just a penny. And this would send a message to everyone attending that auction that you better not bid. And if they did bid, it would not go well for them. As a result, many mortgages were thwarted and future generations were able to continue working those family farms, all thanks to the penny auction. Might have something interesting here. It's giving me a 34-35, really nice high tone. Of course, I'm thinking, hey, peace dollar, Morgan. But about 6 inches down, this popped out. I don't know what it is. It's got a interesting shape. Huh. Well, I'll be darned. It's got something on it. It's not the best type of metal, kind of like pop metal. What does that? It might be an oil cap. I don't know. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get it brushed off, see what it says on it, hopefully, and I'll be right back. Kind of cool piece. Might be a center cap. I don't know. Well, I'm not sure what this is, but I know I like it. It is very cool. It says Monarch in the center, and I just noticed as I was brushing it, it has some patent pending date of what looks like 1918, 1916 right there. That is pretty darn cool. Ah, you know, well, there was an old car called Monarch. So, I don't know. I'm going to get it home and do some research, but hey, that's awesome. This is the stuff I'm always looking for. Old and interesting. Now, there was a Monarch automobile built in Detroit from 1913 until 1917. It was a short-lived venture, and as a result, the cars are extremely rare. And I was really hoping that I'd actually found a piece from one of those beautiful automobiles. Well, after some research, I found out that this was not a piece from a Monarch automobile, but was rather from the Monarch Governor Company that was also based in Detroit at the same time. What I'd found was a cover to one of the speed governors that they manufactured, and businesses would install these on their delivery trucks to keep their employees from driving them too fast. Well, Chris and I are out in the woods bright and early. There he is. And I got the first signal worth filming. It's actually really cool. I've never found one like this. I was getting a 2021 signal, obviously not very deep, a couple inches, but it's an old head stamp for a shotgun shell. But check it out. It says new rifle, which I found before, but look at this. It's got a date of 1901 at the top. Now, I'm assuming that's a date. I've never seen one dated before. So that'll be kind of interesting to look up later on, but very cool. I like it. Well, Chris and I popped out of the woods, take a little shortcut to another section of the woods. It only takes about 20 minutes on the shortcut, but it takes 2 hours going through the briar thickets. But this is actually where we filmed one of our early videos called Blue, Gray, Silver. And we found some nice Civil War bullets here and some Civil War ration cans. And I was just over here and I got a 13 and I popped it out. It's not Civil War, but kind of cool. It's a little ID bracelet, and I think it says Troy on it. So, neat little find there. Well, I just thought I'd show you too that Chris is sporting the coil tech.
14 by 9.
Yep, and he's done pretty good with it. Now you may recall that that gold wedding band, Jimmy to Jenny, that he found a while back. That was the first time he used the coil tech.
Like my third hole.
And we're like, oh, okay, you're never going to take that off for a while. But it did well again. You got something cool, huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's got some age to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, we kind of took a look at it. We think it's might be for an old mailbox or a file cabinet. You can see where it's screwed in here and here. It probably had a name tag label or something behind it, but
pretty neat looking.
I'd say it's pretty old. It's got a nice green patina. It might have some design on it, but I'll get it home.
Beats the bottle caps. It was ringing up the same way.
Oh yes, I've heard. Don't even talk about it. Bottle caps and pull tabs. Trying to find bullets in between them. Well, I had a decent 13 signal, and man, I had to go down for this one. This thing is, let's see, yeah, it buried the digger, so 10, 11 inches, and I pulled it out. It's pretty cool. It's an old shotgun shell, not one that I've ever dug before. It says extra range and then SR and Company. It's a 16 gauge, but I've never dug that company before, so that'll be fun to look up. Well, I'll tell you what, Chris found something. He called me over. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you, sometimes the woods can be a little creepy, but
it's been a while, actually.
Right now,
got a couple of them.
The woods are a little creepier. Look at what he. Oh my.
That thing was looking up like this at me, and I saw its eyes. Look at it.
Oh my God. Oh, this thing is the creepiest doll I've ever seen. Oh my Lord, look at the glowing blue eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some eerie looking, man.
Okay, just thought, oh, it's got a date. 1999,
oh,
city toy.
23 years old.
Well, he doesn't look a day over 4. Oh, man, that is so creepy.
Yeah, the leaves are covering it.
You need to hang that from your rearview mirror.
Oh, man.
All right, now the woods are even creepier because Chris is carrying it in his papoose. Oh, no. Well, Chris had to make the long trek up the hill because he's been wanting to see some lead in the ground, and I got some lead in the ground.
Yes.
Give me a 15, really a low number, and not super deep, 4 inches maybe.
Yeah.
And I can see it right there. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a beauty.
Is that Union?
I don't know. It just looked 3-ringer, you know?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I have to get that cleaned up.
Definitely dropped, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely a drop.
Good shape. Nice.
It was actually, you know, when we did that video way back in the beginning, Bullets in Bambino, this was the spot we were at. And all we found were gardeners.
Yeah.
So, Confederate bullets. So, I'll get this one cleaned up when I get home, but hey, we put some work in for this one.
Sight for sore eyes.
Yeah, I definitely.
Blades.
That's awesome. Well, we definitely made some interesting finds, but I have to say the best part is being able to spend a day out in the woods with a good friend, saving some history, drinking coffee from a thermos, and just basically yucking it up. The finds are always going to be great, but those are the things that we will always remember the most. Now, do not go anywhere just yet. I want to show you some pictures of those amazing delivery vehicles that once drove the streets of America 100 years ago. And those are coming up in just a few seconds. And remember, it's history that makes a find a treasure. And I cannot wait to see you back here next week on Finding America.